Can I be honest with you? I have procrastinated on making this video since the very inception of this daily challenge. For those of you who don't know, hello, my name is Gabe, kind of like the angel, but please don't shoot the messenger. And I submitted myself to the challenge of uploading every day for 100 days straight. Today is day 54, and I think today is the day where I finally confront it. I finally talk about he who shall not be named. I don't want him influencing the algorithm of this video, so I'm not going to mention him by name. He won't be in the transcript. He won't be in the description. I'm not going to put his bitch-ass name in the title of the video. I'm just going to allude to his presence in the ether. And I still am very afraid because I feel like that alone is still going to influence the algorithm. And this is going to be, like, my biggest fear is that this is going to be another outlier video, like the CGP Grey video. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Slimy 101's first breakout video was one doing analysis on his channel, which, of course, at the time was kind of an outlier video, but he quickly grew past it because he kept making stuff and kept, challenging himself to find better and better YouTube algorithm exploits in terms of grabbing people's attention. So I really hope that even if this does become an outlier, I can break out of it, YouTube would have you believe that he who shall not be named is reasonably powerful. It feels as if he's the poster child for the YouTube algorithm itself. But I don't think that's necessarily true. In a game like chess, we have a player like Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen isn't so good that he's redefining the game of chess. He's just obnoxiously good at the craft of getting to an endgame that he can grind someone down in and inevitably win at. I would argue that Magnus Carlsen is so good at chess that he actually leaves the realm of possibility for him to actually be a good teacher of chess. Because so much of chess, especially in the endgame, is endgame intuition, real-time reactivity, something that you can't teach. It's something you have to learn through experience. And in that same vein, YouTube's algorithm is a black box, but it follows a simple principle. Increase watch time, increase click-through rate, increase engagement. Those are simple metrics that you can track and find ways to improve through changing the way you make your content each time you post. I mean, when we perceive YouTube as a game, the edges are a little softened, the corners are a little rounded, but the same ideas still apply. Simple principles, simple rules beget complex patterns. Magnus Carlsen's mastery of the craft of chess doesn't give him any powers over the game itself. He's just surmounted a very difficult to surmount mountain. He who shall not be named reveals something else, something more latent about the game of YouTube. Being successful at it doesn't give you any power over YouTube, at least not any more or less power or notoriety than any other successful YouTubers. YouTubers like the Vlogbrothers have way more power and influence over YouTube as opposed to he who shall not be named. Damn, I really want to say his name. There's plenty of video analyses talking about how his business model is completely unsustainable, and I fully believe that he's not going to survive the decade. But how did we get here? How does some group like the Vlogbrothers have so much more influence over the state of YouTube as opposed to its highest breadwinner? What does it mean to have power? Who gives it? Who receives it? And what should we do with it? A key insight into answering these questions comes from a video posted by Folding Ideas. He asks this question that his own team also asked him. The question is, what is fandom? Don't worry, I'm going to leave a link to Folding Ideas video in the description if you want to watch it. Fandom is like any other human-made mechanism for forming tribes. It's an extension of tribalism. In terms of the dead internet theory, we consider something online to be dead when it doesn't perform the actions we would expect someone would perform when they're in a tribe, whether they're liking something or disliking something. When someone just says, this is good, with just major platitude and no actual elaboration, we just kind of look at that and think, wow, that's a bot, isn't it? Something that obtains a fandom is, by definition, divisive or even exclusive. We're either on the inside of the fandom or we're not. We're either in the know or we're outsiders. There isn't an in-between state where someone can just sit on a ledge. You're either participating or you're just consuming. This brings a new conversation to the table and a new question. Can you create conditions, create an environment designed to spontaneously combust fandom into existence? Or Is fandom just one of those nebulous anthropological concepts like consciousness? It's just a hard question we can't actually break because it's an emergent property from a bunch of initial conditions that's more than the sum of its parts. Is it the actual poem or is it gestalt? Is it the pieces or is it the whole? That I don't have answers for these questions. These are actual questions. I can answer a much simpler question. Why, God damn it, doesn't have as much power as we feel that he should? So here's what I do know. I believe that he who shall not be named has a problem of bloat. His community is actually just an unbound, unlimited audience that is so big that they can't hone in or focus on the very content that they're there for. He's designed his content for bare bones attention seeking and engagement. But in order to have an involved community, you need to have people actually agreeing or disagreeing. There needs to not just be narrative, but actual opposition. You need to push people out or keep people in. Simply drawing everybody in doesn't give any human mind a community aspect to latch onto. You're philanthropic, but you're also challenge focused. This is reality TV, but it's also just you and your friends digging around. You do challenges, but it's... What? I've talked about before, specifically in regards to the TV show Bridgerton, that humans evolved language in order to gossip, specifically so that they could organize society. Part of organizing is getting rid of what's not necessary. The noise, the distraction. But that's the very foundation that built his entire brand on. Fuck, I said his name. In short, he who has remained unnamed is suffering from the slings of outrageous fortune. He's not the leader of a united front, guiding a community to do good around the world. He's the forgettable host of an aimless game show where no one truly wins until the next episode, always pulling you into the next thing, the newest thing, the brightest thing, but never quite focusing on the here and the now. A lot of people argue that Mr. Beast suffers from qualitative bloat, that his videos are designed for everybody. But I would go one step further. I don't think they're designed for anybody. Specifically, they're designed for nobody in particular, which, in essence, really just means that they're actually designed for nobody at all. The business, the brand that's underpinning this culture as well as the content is like that of a racehorse, always running forward, ever more sickly, in the heart, in the legs. All the muscles slowly start to atrophy, but always running forward, never looking back, trying to beat the next race and the next one and the next one. Ever breeding, ever brooding, always racing, always running in circles and no further. Thank you so much for consuming this video with the rapid pace that you consumed it at. Check up with me tomorrow where I will be consumed by his egregore, he who shall not be named. Leave a comment telling me how wrong I am. Y'all have a blessed one.